But let's see if this guy will climb onto my hand or not. Oh my gosh, he's going right to me. What's up guys, welcome back to another video. As you guys can tell by the title and the thumbnail, we got something a little bit different today. We didn't get a fish, we actually got a cleaner shrimp for the saltwater tank. Now the tank lights already went to nighttime mode, that's why it's so blue like that. My camera's actually having a hard time focusing, but our two snowflake clownfish are doing great, and all of our corals are as well. And we actually have an arrow crab in here, or spider crab, whatever you want to call him. He's just chilling right there, and he actually comes out a lot more at night, so he might start coming out here in the sand in the next few minutes or so. Now, I'll show you guys the tank tomorrow, of course, when the lights are fully on and all the corals are out and stuff. But check it out. Here's the shrimp that we got today. He's just a regular skunk cleaner shrimp, and he's looking pretty nice. This guy was very, very active at the store, and he's got some decent size to him. So I'm going to let that guy finish acclimating to the temperature of the tank, and he's going to do great in here. I think he honestly will. One thing that's really, really cool about these guys is once they get really, really used to you, you can actually stick your hand into the tank and they'll literally get on your hand and climb up your arm and stuff and literally start cleaning your hand. So he might start doing that by tomorrow. I don't know, this guy was doing it at the tank at the store, but that doesn't mean he's gonna start doing it right off as soon as we put him into the tank. So we're gonna let that guy finish up acclimating, and I actually got two other things today. I actually got two little Siamese algae eaters for this guppy tank. I mentioned last video where we got the 3 stir-by Cory cats. They're all doing really, really good. There's one of them right there, but this tank has got a really, really bad hair algae problem, mainly on the subulata plants and on the Anubias, not so much on the creeping Charlie. It's got a little bit, but nowhere near as much as the subulata plants and the Anubias. So I got two of those little guys today to hopefully kind of help out with this problem, and hopefully within the next 2 or 3 weeks or so, they'll have all that taken care of. I don't know. We'll see what happens. But all 4 of the guppies are looking great. The color is really, really starting to come in on these guys now, especially the biggest one. See that one right there in the middle? And these guys are only going to look better and better as time goes on. That one is really, really starting to look great. And so are our 3 little stir-by Cories. These guys are only going to look better and better as time goes on as well. They've already got a little bit of that hint of orange on the pectoral fins. You can see a little bit of it right there, but yeah, those guys are doing great in here as well. So, and here's our other guppy slash inler tank up here. This tank is doing really, really good. So are all the fish in it, and the shrimp and all the snails, and you can see all the babies right there. These guys are really, really starting to put on a lot of size. That's really good to see. Our panda cories in this tank are doing great, and there's one of our little zebra loaches right there. And our albino bisher that we got a few videos ago, he's doing great. That's his little spot. He likes to kind of get up underneath the bubble one. He can't go into the log because obviously the jack gimpsy will just chase him right on out of there. But that's his spot right there. He's been doing great. He's been eating a good amount of shrimp, and yeah, he's looking great as well. So this guy's been acclimated long enough now, and he's now ready to go into the tank. But really quickly before we put him into the tank, I want to show you guys the zoanthids up close. They are looking really, really nice under the night light, and they look completely different at night. You know, tomorrow I'll show them to you guys, and you will see that they will look nothing like how they are right now. You can really see a lot more of their color at night, but they are looking really, really good. All right, now let's get them in the tank. All right, and there he is. Check him out. Clownfish checking him out, and that guy's gonna start making his way around the tank. And like I said, I think he's going to do really, really good in here. Really just a scavenger and a really cool little crustacean to have in the tank. But check that guy out, though. That is one cool little creature right there. So I'm going to give this guy tonight to kind of settle into the tank and get used to everything. And then we'll come back and check on this guy in the morning and see how he's doing. Look how well he shows up, even at night. Check that out. So I just got back from the store because I was actually getting some more blue velvet shrimp for the guppy tank, and they're looking really, really good, if not even better than the first batch of blue velvets that we put in the tank. You can see them all right there, kind of bunched up, and they're looking really, really nice. Now, I mentioned I wanted to add a few more blue velvets in here just because it's really, really hard to see the other 10 that we have in here. And by the way, they've all done really, really good in here. And it's crazy because sometimes you'll walk up to the tank like right now and you don't see a single one of them, but what you have to do is get right up close to the tank and look through all this dang guppy grass and you start to spot more and more of them. But like even right now I don't see any. But like I said, really the only reason why I wanted to get a few more was to hopefully be able to see them a little more often when I walk into the tank. Oh, there's one of them right there. Can barely see them, but that's one right there. So I want those little guys to acclimate for about 20 minutes or so, and then we'll go ahead and put them on into the tank. Now for all you softies out there, and I gotta have every little thing right, people, no, I'm not gonna drip acclimate them, because you wanna know why? The first batch of shrimp that we put in here, did I drip acclimate them? No, I did not, and guess what? They're all doing totally fine. Now after a few minutes, I might add a little bit of tank water to the bag, so that way they can kinda adjust to the parameters of the water a little bit, but no, I'm not gonna drip acclimate them. I never drip acclimate any kind of fish, unless it's just something that has to be, you know, taken care of to that extent, because it's, in my opinion, it's really not that necessary. And I know people are going to criticize me on that, but you know what, I really don't care. Now I also did put the 2 little Siamese algae eaters into the tank last night, and look at that. That little guy right there is doing his job a little bit, not too much, but I can see him. He was just picking off a little bit of that hair algae right there, and the other guy, he's in here somewhere, but they're doing really, really good. Already doing their job that I put them in here for, and hopefully over the next, you know, few weeks or so, we'll start to see this hair algae kind of go away due to these guys. I don't know. We'll see what happens though. But the shrimp is doing great. You can see him right there, kind of picking things off the rock here and there. But he's looking and doing really, really good. And I'm actually going to try the thing that I was talking about last night. Once they get kind of used to you, sometimes they'll do this, sometimes they don't. And I don't know if he's going to do it because it's all, you know, just now the next day. But let's see if this guy will climb onto my hand or not. Oh my gosh, he's going right to me. Look at that. He went right to me. That's pretty cool right there. And you can see him just going all the way around my hand, picking things off. And it is a very, very weird feeling. For any of you who are wondering what it feels like, it's a very weird feeling. And it might freak you out the first time that it happens. But I think that is one of the coolest things about keeping a little cleaner shrimp right there. Just make sure you ain't got nothing on your hand or arm that would, you know, harm the tank. And it's a pretty cool little thing when you have a cleaner shrimp. So that guy's doing great, and it's even more fun to watch these guys eat. So we'll feed this guy in the next video, and we'll watch him just go absolutely berserk for food once I put it in the tank, because if he's already climbing on my arm, I know this guy is already going to eat. So we'll feed him in the next video and see just how crazy he is when it comes to feeding time. I mentioned the zoanthids last night. Now look at them. They look completely different. Last night the green in the center of them is what really stood out under the blue lighting, but now today under the daytime light and the white lighting, you can see the red around the green, and that's what stands out a lot more. And by the way, they go all around this plug. These back here on this back side, they're not fully opened up today, but this stuff, it's really starting to grow. I really do believe that these polyps are starting to spread, and it's going to be really, really fun to watch these zoanthids, you know, like I said, really spread across the rock. Now yesterday at the store I also got 2 pretty big pieces of bamboo for the guppy pond, and they're looking really, really nice. This was really the first plant that I wanted to add to this pond. You see how it's kind of sticking up halfway out of the water, and hopefully this stuff will start to grow. I don't know, we'll see what happens. But it adds a little bit of character to the pond, so I think the next plant that I want to add here is a few little banana plants, because I'll actually shoot a little bit of lily pads to the surface of the water, and that'll make the pond look even cooler. So we'll get those banana plants, and then we'll start getting the first guppies for it here within the next few weeks or so. So I'm sitting here editing this video and realized that I'm not making outro for today's video, so thank you guys for watching today's video, and if you guys did enjoy it, please be sure to leave it a like down below, and hit that subscribe button if you're new to the channel, and also let me know your guys' thoughts on the new cleaner shrimp, if you like him, if you don't like him. I hope you like him, and I will catch all of you guys in the next video. Peace.